Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. How are you guys doing? I hope everyone is doing well. Today we're going to be doing my March favorites, and I'm pretty excited about the spread we got to talk about this month. I must keep it real with y'all though and let you know that this month was really a fill in the eyebrows, put on some chapstick, get out the door. Sometimes we're also putting on some mascara, but more often than not we're putting on some chapstick and we're filling in our eyebrows and we're rolling out. So that was this month, but there were some times when I did get to wear makeup, and I do have a couple things to talk about that I've been loving over the last couple months, but I wasn't quite ready to mention them in my February favorites. I wanted to know that I knew how I felt about them. So let's actually start there because I do not have a lot of makeup at all. The first thing I want to mention is the new Maybelline Superstay foundation. I have it in 330. Oh, I feel like I have it in 330. What is it, 330 toffee caramel. I really like this Maybelline. I love what we're doing here with the pump. Let's keep that going. Yeah, let's keep pumps from here on out. I appreciate that. I would say that depending, I do a pump or two pumps, sometimes about a pump and a half, but I really like this. This definitely is a full coverage foundation, and I was really surprised by that because I find sometimes foundations say they're full coverage and they're not. Here's the thing about me though. Do I absolutely always want a full coverage foundation? No. But if you say you're going to be full coverage, go ahead and be full coverage. But I really like this. I really like the finish on the skin. I like that it does have a lot of coverage, but I think also because it has a lot of coverage, that also means it's customizable. You know what I'm saying? Because there are times where I just mix just a little bit of this in with my moisturizer just to give me a little bit more of an even complexion. There are times where I just do one pump, or times where I do two pumps, you know, so you can really customize it. I think this is going to be a great foundation also going into the spring and summer months because it lasts really well on my skin. I will say, in good faith, for those of us that do have dry skin, work with this. Is it the worst foundation on dry skin? No. Depending on how dry my skin is, if I moisturize really well and then use a good primer, this foundation does fine on me. However, I will say if you have fine lines or anything like that on your face, I find that sometimes this can show it more than other foundations. So when I wear this, I tend to set my face a little bit more heavy than I do with a lot of other foundations. Because if not, it settles like in my fine lines. It settles in my smile lines, and sometimes it almost seems like it settles on the forehead. So I just do a light dusting of powder all over my face, and then I find that it does well. So boom, rapid fire, rapid fire. The next thing I want to mention, again, Maybelline. I'm just so proud of Maybelline. This is so good. This is the Maybelline Superstay Matte Ink liquid lipstick. I have quite a few of these, but I'm only going to mention this one right here, which is 55 Driver. I have it on today, but I did deepen it up with a brown lip liner. Maybelline did such a good job on this. First of all, I like the packaging a lot. I really like that the colors are so incredibly close, if not dead on, to what you're actually getting. I don't want to get this on my bed. Sometimes it pops out. This is the applicator right here, and I love that it's so you can almost line your lips with it because it comes to like a tip up at the top, and this holds enough product that you can do your whole lips and be good to go and flip it on the other side if you want more. Sometimes I find that just one side is more than enough. It does have like a slight sweet cakey type scent. It doesn't bother me because I don't really notice it on my lips at all, but when you first pull it out you can smell it. But this formula is so amazing. I think this is the formula regardless to how you feel about liquid lipsticks if you want to try a long wearing liquid lipstick, because this formula is so comfortable. I can put my lips together, it's not sticking. This to me is what I thought the NYX lip lingeries were going to be. Do you guys remember I hauled them and I was like, oh my god, they're going to be great, I just can't wait, blah 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 blah. No. They like were patchy and stuff, and this one you do need to give it just a minute to dry down. Not a long time, but just a minute to dry down, and this is so long wearing. I mean, seriously, this is so long wearing. I'm just so proud of Maybelline. I am not one who feels like I need to tell people you need to get this, you need to get this, but I think you might need to get this. This is so good. It's so good, you guys. It's just so good. It really is worth the hype. I think this is honestly one of the best drugstore products to come out in a really long time. And I'm really excited about that because I feel like it's really a good idea to have some really good liquid lipsticks at the drugstore. You know, that you don't have to spend a ton of money to get a really good, comfortable liquid lipstick. And I also think to get a liquid lipstick and for it to be comfortable, we don't always see that. So I'm very, Maybelline, you just did such an amazing job on this. Yes. Okay, calm down. And then the last makeup thing I want to mention, this is another product that really shocked me. This is the Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette. Now, I'm not talking about the person at all. Let's just focus on the palette, okay? Because I got this palette because of the colors, okay? I was not someone who was, you know, I was very neutral on this palette is what I should say. But when I saw the colors, I thought that's a color scheme that's gonna really do something for me. And here it is right here. As you can see, ton of warm happening. I think that warm colors just look good on my skin tone. I tend to like them and enjoy them all year round. But also these pops up in here, these are just my type of colors. Have you not heard me rant about how much I love a cobalt blue eyeshadow? A cobalt blue eyeshadow, I find it to just make me feel sexy and bold and pretty. It is, and then if you pair that with like a warm crease shade, yes. I have on a very simple eye look today with just some of these shades right up here. But I have also done a ton of looks with a lot of these metallic shades, and I am just so shocked by how much I like this, but I'm even more shocked by the quality. I do really like the quality. What I can't speak to is this quality something that's way above other Morphe eyeshadow palettes or anything like that, because I don't know, because I don't have a lot of Morphe eyeshadow palettes. But I was just a little nervous about getting this Morphe eyeshadow palette, because I find a lot of times I feel like so many of the colors, they're bigger palettes and they look so similar. And I think there was a time in my makeup life, especially early on, where I was like, yes, all about the big eyeshadow palettes, all about it. But I'm just not as much anymore. I really like an eyeshadow palette that has some distinction going on up in here. Now, do I have a couple shades that are a little close? Yes, but they really do actually perform different on the eye. And I think overall it's a nice variety in here if you like this overall color family. And I really am so incredibly impressed by the quality. Oh my gosh, I've been up for a long time, you guys. And I am just so shocked by it. It's one of those products that I'm so glad I picked it up and gave it a shot, because I love it so much. So I wanted to give that a shout out. And then outside of that, that's really all the makeup I have to mention. I do want to focus on some skincare now. The first thing I want to mention, here's another product. See, that just goes to show you sometimes you just have to not be side-eyeing products and just give them a chance. If they don't work, return them. Because this is the Clinique Take Off the Day Cleansing Balm. I side-eyed this product for a long time, and I think part of that is because a lot of people were like, oh, it's nothing but coconut oil, or it's very similar to coconut oil. And me and coconut oil don't do very well. I know that some people live and breathe coconut oil. That's not me. Sweet almond oil, yes, you know, and other oils like that, but coconut oil, nah, not really, especially not on my face. But this product right here, and as you can see, I've used a lot of it. And this, I find with this product, more is really more. You know, sometimes less is more. And I tried that initially, but honestly, I love it even more when I just use a little bit more. You guys know I have been using a cleansing oil, and less was really more with my cleansing oil. But more, I think, is more with this product. It really gets off all the makeup. My skin feels really hydrated after, but not greasy, not oily, sticky, or anything like that. And then I can go in and cleanse my face with a cleanser and move on. This is so amazing. And this was supposed to be my travel cleanser because it's a balm, you know, and it's not an oil, and I don't have to worry about it spilling out or anything like that. But I'm gonna have to buy another one because I'm gonna use this thing up. And in terms of what's in here, I had looked it up. Oh, did I? Oh, it fell off. But I feel like it was like sapphire oil, sunflower or something like that. I don't know. I will list this product so you can look at the ingredients. I can't call it right now, but it really is good. I do agree that this could be great for all skin tones. It also says that it cleanses thoroughly and it's non-greasy. And I think both of those things are true. This really melts makeup off. It doesn't matter how much makeup I have on or how little. It melts it off very, very well. So I absolutely love this. And I think about the fact that had I still been being all standoffish, I would have missed out on two amazing products. And I absolutely love these. So I'm just glad I took the plunge. I absolutely love them. So if you have been curious or ambivalent about any of these, I would say give them a try. Keep your receipt on your fridge. And if it's not for you, take it back. The other thing I want to mention in terms of skincare, in my, what was it, the Sephora VIB haul, where I told you guys I felt like I really just got some essentials for me, I picked up the Sunday Riley Power Kit. Here's another instance. You guys are going to think I'm some type of, ow. Didn't this happen in my last video? Something's in my eye, you guys. Hold on. Where's my phone? I feel like my makeup's always trying to make me look bad. What is happening? I used eyeliner on my eye. I think I went too far in. Okay. Makeup intermission over. We're good. But this is another product where I was standoffish for so long. And not about the whole product. I was just standoffish about the oil. I really wanted to try the Good Genes. And I went back and forth on whether or not I was going to get a tiny Good Genes and try it, because this is an expensive product, or if I was going to get some type of kit, some type of value kit, and try it both. And I went back and forth for so long because I was like, I don't care about the Luna Sleeping Night oil. I don't want to deal with that. I already have my clarifying oil from them for acne, and it's amazing. I love it. But I almost like this Luna oil, if I'm keeping it real, and we know I am, a little bit more than the Good Genes. Like, I just feel like whenever I use this the next morning, there is a smoothness and a softness to my skin and my texture that it's undeniable. It is undeniable. And the first time I used this, I was like, burst your bubble, didn't you? But anyway, this set comes with both of these products. I am going to purchase this in a full size. This one, I still have so much in this, and so I don't need to purchase this at all. And actually, when I buy Sunday Riley oils, I tend to go for this tiny one like this. So I'm just so glad I tried this. These are really helping my texture a lot. I also am trying to eat better and drink a lot of water, which actually, before I forget, brings me to my next favorite, because I've been meaning to talk about it for months and I keep forgetting, and it is a water tracker app. Now, you can get any type of water tracking app you want, but if you find that you are slipping on drinking water, or you just really want to drink water, I'm telling you, I think you might want to try some type of tracking system, because it's been so fun for me. And I actually went for kind of a fun one. Let me see if I can show you that. And do you see that green app right there that says Plant Nanny? Let me get up there. Right there. That is my water tracking app. Come on, baby. Oh, come on. Don't make me look bad. Here's, you can see my little guy looks bad because I haven't had a lot of water today, so I got to get on it. But what you do is you're constantly growing plants, and it's kind of fun because you kind of feel bad if you make them die. Now, have I killed a plant? I've killed two. But I've grown a lot of them, and then when they finally like mature, then you plant them and you start over, and then eventually you can see how many is in your garden. And also another thing is, you can also, they have different cup sizes where you can select the different cup size that you're using throughout the day, or switch it up. Or you can customize and just tell them what the ounces are, and then you record it. And you can also set it to give you reminders, which you don't have to, but I do that because sometimes during the day, if I get really busy and stuff, sometimes the reminder reminds me like, oh, fill up your water bottle, or finish that, so that you can record it and move on to the next one. So it has been such a good thing for me. And I have to tell you, like, it's like the age-old thing that people are like, drink more water, it really helps your skin. But I have just noticed such a huge difference in my skin, and what it's taught me is that water really does play a role in the skin. Even when I'm having bad skin days, because I am drinking at this point about 110 to 120 ounces of water a day. And what it's taught me is that even when I'm having bad skin days or bad skin months, or I tend to not have great skin around the cycle time, that it does play a difference, because even that has just cleared my skin so much. And so now that I know that, I feel like I'm really getting to know my skin a lot better, and it really does play a role in flushing out the system. So that has been a very good thing for me, in addition to these, the water, and then these two things, and also just eating better in general has really helped my skin a lot. My skin is not perfect, but I want to do my best to take care of it, and these have been winners. So if you're thinking, I would say the Sephora VIB sale is coming up. So if you wanted to try these are very expensive products, and this was a great way for me to try this so that I know what to invest my money in and what not to. And these have personally worked extremely well for me. So that has been great. Also, you guys know that I love my Clarisonic. I've talked about it a lot. I have the Clarisonic Mia 2. I love that I can customize my speeds and all that. But here's what I want to discuss. Get comfortable. Here's what I want to discuss. I use the sensitive brush head, and it's great. Right? It's great. But here is the thing. I have switched over and I have started to use, because when I bought this, a deep pore brush came with it, and I was like, nope, right? Look at me. Is this just the theme of this video, that I'm always side-eyeing something and then I try it and it's great? Maybe that's my problem. But anyway, I put the deep pore brush on because I only use my Clarisonic once a day at night. And I feel like this has made a noticeable difference. And also because I do wear makeup, and it fluctuates. Sometimes I'm wearing makeup every day, sometimes it's every other day, sometimes it's once a month, once a week. You know, it fluctuates. But the point is, it does, I think, clean my skin a little bit deeper than the sensitive brush head does. And given that I'm only using it once a night, I feel like it's working well for my skin, and that it's, you know, it's not causing me any problems at all. And also, I almost feel like the deep pore brush might be a little bit softer than the sensitive brush head. Maybe I'm tripping, but I almost feel like it might be. Like the first few times I thought, wow, this actually feels extremely gentle. So I actually feel like it might be more gentle. And then I had put my sensitive brush head back on here, and I was like, yeah, okay, that's soft, but I think the deep pore one might actually be softer. I don't know. Let me know if you have found that, because I thought that was weird. But if you have not tried it, maybe try using a deep pore brush that came with it every once in a while and see how it works for you. The sun is coming up more. I hope that's not doing anything, because I'm actually using natural lighting today. Did I say that already? I don't know, but I'm using natural lighting today, and I don't know the last time that I've done that, so I hope things are working out over there. Oh, you guys, I tried a new perfume. You know how I feel about perfume. I tried a new perfume because I was waiting on my Scentbird to come. You guys know I love Scentbird. And I was at Target and I saw this new line of perfumes. It's called Good Chemistry, and they have a ton of roller balls and actual spray bottles and stuff. And this one is Jasmine Rose. Isn't that a pretty name? I think I would name my daughter that. That's gorgeous. But I have used this whole thing almost up. There's a little bit down at the bottom that I'm having trouble getting out, so that I don't like about the roller ball. But this scent, this is a good spring one. I think this is a good anytime scent, but it's very fresh with just a little bit of something, I don't know, that makes it, it's just pretty. Like, that's how I explain it. It's just a pretty scent. Like, you're like, yeah, I like that. And I don't think it's a scent that really needs to be labeled as like a night scent or a day scent or a, this is a universal, wherever you need to go, take me with you type scent. I really like it. I am trying quite a few of these out, and I'm also finding, because this is a more natural perfume and it's using a lot of oils and essential oils, that this has amazing staying power on me. I have purchased this one in the full size. I have a couple other roller balls that I'm still experimenting with, but this one, I can see myself constantly running through this. You know, the last time I was crazy about a perfume the way I'm feeling about this one? Do you guys remember when I started talking about that Flower Beauty Radiant perfume that I can't seem to find anymore? What's going on with that, Drew? Where is the Flower Beauty perfumes? Because that is still one of my favorite perfumes, and I think that it is super underrated. This one is making me feel like that. Like, it's just amazing. And I don't remember how much this rollerball was, maybe $10 or something like that. The full size are about $24, $25. It's really good, very, very long wearing. And then another thing that we need to have conversation about, let's talk about nighttime, okay? Because we need to talk about sleep. So here's what I've been doing. School has been intense and it's been a roller coaster. So sometimes you just got to give yourself something back, and sometimes it can be small. So here's what I've been doing. Sometimes as I get ready to start winding down, because I'm finding that a lot of times I'm struggling to go to sleep because I have so much on my mind and I'm thinking about everything that was due or needs to be done, and you know, just grad school, right? So I find myself needing to really come down. So what I'll do, sometimes you got to set a vibe. So I'll burn a candle, or if I don't do that, sometimes I'll just do like flameless candles. And it doesn't have to be a long thing. I don't always do that. Sometimes it's just as simple as when I get out the shower, turning off my light, and then here's the trick. I start with a pillow mist, but I just spray it on my room. This is the Bath & Body Works Sleep Lavender and Chamomile Pillow Mist. Now, I almost didn't want to mention this because apparently Bath & Body Works discontinued this. I don't understand why, because it's amazing. So now I'm going to have to find it somewhere else or make it myself. The trick is lavender and chamomile. Find a essential oil that really calms you down. Lavender and/or chamomile really calm me down, but together, dynamite. So spray it. Well, all these pillows don't usually be on my bed, just the ones that I'm sleeping on. Spray it over my bed, you know, give it time to settle, and sometimes I'll just spray it around the room just a little bit. Give yourself a minute, right? Like, calm down. A couple deep breaths. Okay. Then while you got that going on, go in with a good lotion or a body butter. I tend to go in with a calming lotion of some kind, or I'll just do my own concoction, but I make sure it has lavender or chamomile in it, because again, those things calm me down. They really calm my senses, and I feel like they just get me ready for bed. Like a little baby, I'm like, okay. What I've been using is the Burts Baby. This has lavender oil in it. Sometimes I'll use a body butter and add lavender oil. Just, that's the combo. Final thing, especially because I've been carrying my stress in my neck, I got this Pulse Point Relax and Unwind Essential Oil Blend with cypress and bergamot oil for times of stress and anxiety. Here is the trick. I'm telling you, I sleep so great when I do this. And this does not have to be a long thing. Now, it gives you a lot of different, 5 different pressure points or pulse points that you can put this on. I've been talking too much. Put them on whatever one you like. Here's what I like to do. I like to take it and put it right here. I also like to put it on the back of the neck. I've also put it in between the eyebrows, or also what I'll do is just run it across my shoulders, and then just for a couple seconds, because sometimes I'm bone tired, just for a couple seconds, I'll just close my eyes and just massage my shoulder as I'm rubbing it in. Just a couple seconds. Do the other side. Do right here, right? And then go ahead and get into bed. Another thing I have been doing is at night taking my phone and plugging it in across the room, so that when I have to get up to get my alarm, I have to get up out the bed and get it. And I'm telling you, when I do that, things go well for me. When I don't, things don't go well for me. Now, do I do all of these things every single night? Not every single night, but I do try to incorporate them as much as possible. But when I put them all together, dynamite. And I just wanted to mention that because maybe you have things around. Maybe you have an essential oil, and you can maybe just try putting an essential oil in a lotion and see how you feel about that. But it has been really helping to calm me down and really just get me ready for bed. And then finally, because I feel like I've been talking forever, you guys know that I've talked about the fact that I have some food sensitivities now and some allergies. So 2 things I want to mention is the Luna Whole Nutrition Bar Nuts over Chocolate. This is delicious before or after a workout. This is good if you need a quick breakfast. Sometimes I'll have this with an apple and a whole bottle of water when I don't have time, or if I didn't prep well. It's normally what it is. And it's really, really good. And they come individually wrapped, and I have been loving those so much. The other thing I want to mention, if you have a wheat or soy allergy or sensitivity, is the gluten-free Bob's Red Mill Old Fashioned Rose Oats. I am an oatmeal snob, and I only like the old fashioned oats. Like, they're the only ones I like. But I'm not going gluten-free, and it's not so important to me that it's gluten-free. This just happens to be gluten-free. It's more important to me that this is wheat-free. I can only have wheat in very, very low amounts. And since I eat oatmeal so much, I love oatmeal. I could eat it all day, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And there was a period where I was eating it for dinner a lot. And still sometimes if I'm really busy, it's just quick to eat for dinner. Sometimes I'll add some fruit to it, some nuts. Boom, I'm full. And yeah, so anyway, the point is, if you have sensitivities, I would highly recommend it. I thought it was going to taste weird, but it really doesn't. It tastes extremely similar to regular oatmeal, and I didn't realize that regular oatmeal did have wheat and stuff in it. So this has been great for me because it's one of my favorite foods, and I'm glad I don't have to give it up because I eat it in such high amounts that it's nice that I don't have to give it up. So I absolutely love this, and I wanted to give that a shout out. And I think that's everything. I feel like I've been talking for a long time. I hope the video is not like 30 minutes long, but I hope you guys enjoyed this. As always, thank you so much for spending some time with me and listening to me ramble about my favorites. Let me know if there was anything you was enjoying, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.